Let's join Michael Bwedi. He's the fundraising manager at the Ghana Integrity Initiative on this. Michael joins us via Skype. Michael, thank you very much for your time here on the Pulse. So we've heard at the forum today that many are saying that corruption cannot be eliminated but can be minimized or limited, and they're asking the youth to champion the cause. For you, from where you sit, do you think that the environment is enabling enough for the youth to be able to do this, Michael?
Well, I think that, let me say good afternoon to your viewers. The environment, like any other environment, can be conducive or otherwise, depending on the framework you build. So it is difficult to assess as whether currently our environment is conducive or not. And the question is, what values do we have as a nation, and what regulations have we put in place to regulate our life, and to what extent are we committed to ensure that the regulations are working and working well?
But is it there?
Yes, I'm here.
I'm saying that, is it there? Do we have that conducive environment? You've talked about the things that we need to put in place, but the things that you've outlined, for instance, do we have it in place such that the youth can be able to champion it? Because we've seen even the older ones have tried, it didn't work. How sure are we that the youth can be able to champion this? Well,
I think that when it comes to the regulations, we have adequate laws in this country. That is not to say that we don't need more. It is a normal thing to pass laws, to tighten laws. So there is nothing wrong in passing new laws. So, but in terms of the number of laws, I think we have enough, or we have adequate regulations in this country to fight corruption. We have some good values as a people, although to a very large extent, globalization, what we perceive as modernity, is influencing, and to a large extent, our values in the country. So you see people who think that you only have arrived when you have your trousers running below your waist. People don't care what they do. It is about just becoming rich. The source of income does not matter. How you get rich is not an issue. We have practically commoditized everything. And once upon a time, when children came home with some things, or with things that their parent had not bought for them, they were supposed to answer where they got it from. But these days, it doesn't matter where you got whatever you need from. It is a matter of having it. It's a question of the end justifies the means. Also, we, the adults, are living double life. We are preaching virtues and practicing vice. We say, don't do this, don't do that. We are restricting the youth. However, the youth are watching us, and they are seeing us behaving differently. That is not to say that it's all of us, but the large majority of us are living different lives from what we are preaching. So we are shouting top of our voices, corruption. We will fight corruption. We are fighting corruption. When we get to the position of authority and the position that we'll be able to fight corruption, we'll do otherwise. Those of us at Ghana Integrity have been laughed at so many times. If people tell us that you say you're going to fight corruption, you are joking. You are not serious. You understand? So people don't even appreciate the fact that corruption is hurting our nation, and it's only the few who are endorsing corrupt practices that are benefiting. The large majority of the citizens are suffering. The highest ranked person is 80%. It's not 100%.
It's not, yeah.
The difference is that they are committed to fighting it, and they have regulations and enforcing the regulations day in and out. So they get corrupt. There are corrupt persons or public officers, but the law catches up with them. And when it does, it is not a respecter of anybody. It deals with them ruthlessly. And it serves as an example. Beyond dealing with them ruthlessly, they also educate people about the existence of the law and what is right and what is wrong.
But should we be? But the issue for them, for many,
enough public education. We are not committed to ensuring that So we implement the law haphazardly, and that is why it seems that when someone says that you cannot eliminate corruption except that you are.
But is that the kind of mentality we should be putting in the heads of our youth when we want them to champion the cause? The young ones who are coming up, should we be telling them this to be able to start leading the fight? That's the question for many. It may be a fact.
The thing is that you want to do the right thing, but you also don't want to lie to do the right thing. So I would tell my children that it is wrong to do this, but when you do it, confess it. So I allow the fact that there are instances where they will slip, but when they slip, they should regret and have remorse and then confess. So in the reality is that there are people who fall through the crack. But what we need to let them understand is that if you fall through the cracks, the laws will deal with you.
Michael, we're grateful for your time. Michael Bwedi, we are grateful.
Thank you
that's the fundraising manager for the Ghana Integrity Initiative. There we've been talking about the youth leading or taking the center stage in the fight against corruption on World Youth Day. We'll see how that goes. Good call, as some have described.